So we're still in investigation 3.2, and we already finished. The other videos took care of part A. We are now working on part B, which is kind of a whole nother section. So what basically happens is this. Whenever you do the group pricing, they give you a card that has a total of 100 points on it. All right, and that basically you use for the ride. So if you've ever been to the Brockton Fair, how you get like a little ticket thing, and then you get like a ticket punch, whatever, and then for however many rides, I just punch out the number of stars or however it works. It's something like that. So you have 100 points on the card automatically. All right, and then for each ride that you go on, this says it in B, the beginning part. Admission to Wild World includes a bonus card with 100 points that can be spent on rides. Rides cost 6 points each. So for every ride you go on, 6 points come off of your 100. All right, and it just decreases from there. So they want us to copy and complete the table below to show a customer's bonus card balance after each ride. Pay close attention to the values in the number of rides row. Now, why did they say that? So 1, 2, 3, then it jumps. And then it jumps again, and then again, and then again, and then again. So we have to pay close attention to that, all right, when we're doing our table. So what basically happens is you start out with 100, and I'm going to pull out my calculator. Where is it? Okay, come on, move. Okay, so if I go on one ride, I'm going to do 100 minus 6. I'll be down to 94. If I go on 2 rides, minus 6, it's 88. If I go on 3 rides, take away another 6, and down to 82. All right. If I go on 5 rides, I'm going to do this a little bit differently now. All right, because now I'm just kind of lost. Excuse me. So what happens is this. 1, 2, and 3. What you're basically doing is you're saying, well, if I go on 2 rides, each one is 6 points, so that's 12. So that's really 100 minus 12. So 100 minus 12, and yes, it does equal 88. So I'm going to use that as my method to figure this out. So for 5, I'm actually thinking, all right, so 5 times 6 tickets, or 6 points, so that's 30 points in total. And I'm going to subtract that from 100. So I'm going to do 100 minus that 30, which is going to give me 70. So you don't have to write that down, but you can as a little side note so you understand how it is that you're doing it. And so I'm going to do 7 times 6, which is 42. And then I'm going to do 100 minus 42, which equals, can you tell us the end of the day? Because I just do not want to think right now. I'm trying really, really hard not to. Okay. So 10, that'd be 10 times 6, which is 60. 100 minus 60 is 40. All right. So 13 times 6 is 78. Then 100 minus 78. Okay. 100 minus 78 is 22. Okay. Then my last one is 16 times 6. Oh, for crying out loud. 16 times 6 equals 96. And if I do 100 minus that, I'll be left with 4. Okay? Now, what I want you to do to show me that you're actually listening to what I'm saying and not just skipping ahead is I want you on your sheet of paper to tell me why we stop at 16. Why don't we go to 17, 18, or keep going? All right? Why is 16 my magic number? So if you can put that on your sheet, that's like a bonus point. Okay. So that takes care of B1. B2, describe in words how you calculate the number of points left after any number of rides. Okay, so my method of doing this is I'm going to do the number of rides times 6, and then I'm going to take that value and do 100 minus that value to find remaining points. That's basically what I did. Okay, so what do we call this? No answer? Hello? No one's going to tell me what it's called? All right, that's called my rule. So the rule is when you basically put into words how you solve a problem. So the very next thing would be to write an equation, which we're actually not going to do, because the equation for this is actually a lot more complicated than we would need to get into. So we got B1, we got B2, we're skipping B3, and we are just going to go to B4, and then that will be the end of this particular investigation as far as how much of it I want you guys to get out of this. So B4 says sketch a graph of the data. So I want you to try to sketch the graph now before you actually go look at the next video to see what the graph actually looks like.